The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather around the pit with your hosts, Johnnie Mags and Messy Mike. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café, located inside Two Guys Smoke Shop in beautiful Salem, New Hampshire.
Beautiful Salem, New Hampshire.
Beautiful Salem, New Hampshire. It's Pit Life BBQ Podcast, where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you would normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by Messy Mike.
How are you?
Good, pal. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
All right, good.
You have a little
I can't really hear.
difficulties?
No, you're not really coming through my headset, but that's fine.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Is it any better, Mike?
You're coming through perfect.
But you can't hear
You
John?
can't hear me.
I can't hear John through this, but I can hear him through.
That seems odd
Yeah,
to me.
that's all right, though.
Yeah.
We'll work through it.
This is why it's live, folks.
Exactly. What's going on?
Nothing. Ed has Ed set up the back
Beautiful,
here. Beautiful
Valentine's
red Valentine's
week.
Day mood.
Yep. You have any special plans for Valentine's Day? I think we do.
I do. I have big time Valentine's plans. Love is in the air, and our asses are going in the hot seat.
Yes. With CJ Volkman.
With CJ Volkman, Cooking with CJ.
Yep.
Good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Is having us on. We had him on the other 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we're jumping on tomorrow night at 9 o'clock East. And
Yep.
be prepared.
And you mentioned.
Don't give it away. Don't give any secrets away.
Well, no, I'm going to have a bottle with me.
You're going to have a bottle with
Yes.
you. Okay, good.
So it might be the first time someone actually gets sick on the hot seat.
It could be. CJ, get ready. Kent, be ready for this.
That's good. That's good TV, though.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time with that.
Yep.
So that's tomorrow night. Very
is.
excited. You seem a little nervous.
A little bit. I just, the hot seat questions, you don't know what's going to be, asked. I mean, I know he does the same questions every show.
Yeah.
But just in that moment, trying to figure, what to say or, what's your favorite band or whatever, I always get anxiety.
Oh, good.
So it should be fun.
Okay.
That's why I'll drink a couple
if you're going to start doing
before.
this and you start sweating during it,
Yep.
then we know it's not the lights.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Could be my heat at my house.
Could be the heat in your house too. God knows.
So we're doing it. You're gonna do it from your house, and then I'll do it from my house, and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to do that, that might be easier than trying to fit my fat ass with you in my pocket into one camera.
Yep. But it would be nice if we sat together.
Yeah,
and,
whatever. We can do it however the hell we got to do it. What's up, Paul Beasley? Ryan. Ryan. My wife's in the chat room. Hello, honey.
So have you seen the?
Paul Beasley. Hold on.
Excuse me.
Ryan. Actually, wait a minute. It's 5 o'clock, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so it's 11 o'clock his time.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, Rye. So have you seen the Valentine shape like ribeyes and Valentine shape
I've been seeing
like to-go
on
boxes
Facebook.
that barbecue companies like Woodpile Barbecue Shack in Michigan?
Yeah.
I mean that's pretty creative.
It's creative. They've done it. There's a place down here, Isabella's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
They've done the heart-shaped pizza every year.
Oh, okay.
Right in Salem.
Yep.
But yeah, the heart-shaped this, heart-shaped the one I saw the other day that I shared with, I tagged you in it too, Kent and CJ, the hot platter.
Yes.
With the barbecue
I
strategically
saw that.
lined
Place,
up.
yep.
That was good.
That was nice.
I think, was it a woman wearing a T-shirt? It said romance, I
Yes.
think, with all the meat platter. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Diva, was it? No.
No, it wasn't. No,
Okay.
it wasn't.
It was romantic, I'll say that.
Oh, God,
it
yeah.
was. Oh, we could have a good
Nothing
time.
says
with
romance than a heart-shaped platter of meat.
that. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So
I brought in some mac and cheese today.
That's what I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here literally 2 feet away from this tray of bacon mac and cheese.
Smoked bacon mac and cheese.
Smoked bacon mac and cheese.
Yep. I don't know if you can we try and show that there?
You want to show it?
I want to show it.
Hold the line.
I'm trying to get the angle right. Oh, there. Oh, hold on. Let me help you.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
How about that?
Can you make a moist
Look at
noise?
that goodness. I ain't making no damn moist noise. So,
Weber. Talk about some Weber.
All the groups, we belong to.
Mm-hmm.
It's all, like I said, I had bought a couple a few weeks ago at, the killer prices and all that. And
Paul,
who?
You got it. I'll send one of those hearts full of ribs. No problem.
Come in right now and get them. And looking at the different groups, they're coming in hot and heavy with these, Home Depot, Lowe's, just dropping the prices on them. And, there was one I saw, a guy was in, was it California on business? Just on a business trip.
Mm-hmm.
Just happened to swing by a Home Depot or whatever. He left with a $100 Smoky Mountain, Weber Smoky Mountain, and a 22-inch kettle. How the hell you weren't expecting to put that on the plane, were you?
22.5 inch.
22.5.
22.5.
It's exact.
Yep.
But I was figuring, with all these.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
That's right.
If they do have Weber kettles,
yes.
Grill Grates is having a blowout sale. So if you go to grillgrate.com/warehouse-sale, then usually I think they're $140
on the regular 20 on the regular 22
and a half. Yep.
It was I think it's $104.99, so $105
$105 for that.
The grill grates, and you get the
spatula.
The spatula / cleaner, grate cleaner.
But right now there's a special for $40.
$40.
$40
all day
Boom.
long.
Yep. And they will run out, so if it does interest you, and there's other, if you have a regular,
if you have an 18, if you got it,
correct.
I didn't see anything for the 26.
No, I think those were sold out. But then they have
then they have the gas.
Yep, the gas
grills too.
Yep, replacements.
They have them
yep, and that's huge.
Sure money.
If you have crappy grates on your gas grill, whatever, people. I don't know if people throw their gas grills out or try and replace grates, but grill grates are. Take those grates right off your gas grill and just replace them with grill grates. Yeah. And they're huge because on one side, you get the lines, you get the sear marks, but if you wanted to use them in another way, you can flip them over and kind of use it as a flat, like a flat top grill.
Flat top.
Which is huge, so.
I know that a lot of the Webers come with the iron grates, and after a couple of seasons, they're a mess.
Exactly.
And you replace them with stainless steel, and you're good to go.
Yep. And the grill grates, perfect Valentine's Day gift for your hubby, or your wife, whoever,
That's it.
And then you benefit from the cooked meats.
Both of you, yeah.
Everyone
exactly.
Wins.
Yep.
Everyone
Win a chicken dinner.
You can do chicken on them too. Yeah?
You can.
Absolutely.
Yep. But it's grillgrates.com/warehouse-sale.
So, seeing all of them on the different pages, I figured we've talked about the Weber grills and kettles and everything, Smoky Mountains, but we never really got into the history of the Weber grill.
Yes.
So we looked up a couple things, and I found one there that really interests me about you, with what you got going on over there. But real quick, it
basically started in Chicago.
It started in Chicago in the early 50s, about 1951, by the man named George Stephen Sr.
Correct.
He was working in sales at the Weber Brothers Metalworks.
Mm-hmm.
And he really stumbled upon it because at that time,
there wasn't really any.
There wasn't really a grill.
Yep.
The only grill they really had, other than if you built your own pit, the cinder blocks or brick and thing, it was that classic you see in like old parks and campsites. That
the
box,
open,
the open rectangle box,
the little pole that shoves in the ground,
with the one pole in the thing, and God knows what's been on it, but they're gonna fire it up.
Yep.
That was really the only type of really grill for personal use. I
I'm sorry, that bothers me.
Oh, it skews
like
me.
When you go to the park and you just see a grill and you're like, oh, let's go cook out with the family. I just
what was
don't
on that?
Like, yeah, I don't know.
care how hot you get your coals.
Yeah.
You ain't cleaning everything that's gone on.
No.
Gone on that.
No, your food will taste like strangers.
Exactly. Yes.
That's right up there with the.
That's a great saying. I love that.
Looking at that grill kind of reminds us of the same with Valentine's Day tomorrow. Goes the one I saw on Facebook today. Cheers to all the hotel staff that has to change all the sheets on February 15th.
Yep. Yep. What's the dirtiest thing in a hotel room?
Dirtiest thing in a hotel room?
Yep.
Floor?
Nope.
It's got to be the bed.
Remote control.
Oh, good point.
Trick question.
Nobody's ever cleaning that.
No, which is disgusting.
You really never think of that.
No. Sorry, just a little fun fact for you.
Yeah, so now I completely don't know where the hell
All right, back to Weber.
All right, Weber,
George Stevens Sr.
George Stevens Sr., Chicago.
Yeah, he was cooking in an open flame.
Cooking in an open flame, and he loved metalwork. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, he worked in the field. But what he had come about, and he would love to cook at his house and grill at his house. And he had, his wife and 12 kids, so obviously he was doing a little bit more than grilling. 12 kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But he had stumbled upon it because they were making metal buoys for the Coast Guard and the Chicago Yacht Club. So he had taken 2 of the half spheres and decided, okay, I'm going to work something out here. Brought them home and tried to experiment and fill it, grated it up, charcoals, couldn't keep the fire lit, which came to vents on the bottom side. Here I am tapping on the damn bottom of the desk. That was great for radio. You can't hear a damn thing I'm doing.
But there's still front. Nothing's burned on the top.
Nothing burned, melted. So no blowtorch. Okay. But yeah, so that's really how it began as a fluke. Just two halves of a buoy.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And it has really lasted the test of time because it hasn't changed. Yeah, they've gotten bigger. They've gotten smaller. It's all, all the different kinds, the Little Joe, the Super Joe, all to all of it.
Smoky Mountain. I mean, yeah. And all it is just, it's metal.
It's a metal bowl.
It's fabricated
2
metal.
metal bowls.
Yep.
And,
And it's probably one of the most versatile and best smokers out there for the money. So basically,
without a doubt.
He changed the revolution of cooking with that little experiment that he was, trying to do with the buoy.
Yeah.
And it's worked.
And it said here the new grill design resolved all the pain points for consumers back in the 1950s. The enclosed dome shape sealed in the smoky barbecue flavor and gave backyard chefs better heat control while cooking their meals. The lid also allowed the cooks to easily snuff out their coals after they were done.
Yep.
So it was very multifunctional.
Yes. For
a simple design on it.
Yep. And the nice thing is you can reuse your coals. It won't keep burning. You don't have to empty it out. You can keep using those coals for, a couple cooks after the fact.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I would probably say, you got your ceramics. I'd put them head to head. And the difference, I don't know. The ceramic, your ceramics are insulated and, they cook better. And if you have your gadgets on them, they cook perfectly. But we never asked the question, can you put a gadget on a Weber, like the 22-inch?
Yeah.
No idea.
Like the Flame Boss.
Yeah.
That's the one question when you asked me, I'm like, I don't think we ever asked him that question.
Yep. So if someone has put a device on a Weber.
On a Weber for controlling airflow.
Let us know. Yep. Now, have you seen, not to change the subject quick, but have you seen those thermometers? They're called meters. MEATER.
The name sounds familiar.
Is that the remote Bluetooth one? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has multiple. You can get multiple probes.
Multiple probes, and one end is you stick it in the meat.
One is for the ambient temperature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw those.
Yeah, I've seen them. I mean, I saw a Kickstarter with them. Never tried them, but I've actually heard pretty good things about them. So I'm kind of intrigued. I might try and grab a couple myself.
Jerry Lucino just commented, you can on the Weber Smoky Mountains.
Okay.
You can have an airflow
system
to it, but not sure on the kettle.
So I'm guessing anything with because I think the Weber Smoky Mountain has that kind of like a ceramic has the door.
Yeah.
So maybe anything with a door, you could probably modify.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at these prices, we can find one and experiment. What the hell's the difference?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Come up with something.
Yep.
Going on. Speaking of these prices, so back then, what do you think one of these bad boys cost?
So we're
talking 1952.
Well, the first Weber was
50s.
1955, right? Because he figured it out, and then it took him a couple years.
Yeah, he had started making them, and then it took a few years. So it really started to take 1951 originally. Then, by my research, it was the mid-50s when they really started to take off.
And I would probably say it was going for $30. Jesus Christ.
Son of a...
$30.
All right, everybody listening, you know what that means.
That's my dad calling me, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's my buddy Frank.
Yep.
Going, what are you doing? Put him on. Put him on.
We don't want to do that. We don't want to do
that. That would be funny as hell.
$30.
So now you owe everyone a beer. Very good.
Really?
Oh, you peeking over my shoulders earlier?
No, I just figured I saw one yesterday for, I think, 65 or 70, so cut it in half. That's all I did.
The first George's Barbecue kettle sold for a whopping $29.95.
Wow.
Which is about, they say, is about equivalent to about $270 today in today's money.
Wow.
So it was actually pretty expensive. But you also think of, it was early 1950s. So you're coming off of, obviously, the Depression of the 30s into World War II, which everything was rationed during the war.
Yep.
So metal and everything. So nothing was really around. So you get back into that. And that was the other thing, because even food was rationed. Meat was rationed. For the troops overseas.
Yep.
So when the war was over and everybody came and started moving into suburbia, the floodgates for the grilling world really blew wide open. So that's equivalent because you're looking at some of the kettles now. The 22.5 is about
170.
170 to 200.
Yeah.
Depending on, then they have another tier that comes with the charcoal baskets in it with the removable center. And that's about 250, 270, give or take, depending on where you are. And so it was a pretty big, it was still a pretty substantial purchase for back then.
Oh yeah.
For a grill that really no one really used,
right? For
the most part.
Yeah, well, I think because I want to say PK grills.
Yeah.
I think they've been around since then. World War.
I'm not sure, but I hear PK grills has been popping up in the different shows I listen to and guys I talk to. The PK is really starting to catch on. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a cast iron.
It is heavy, dude. It's a cast iron grill. But at the same time, they say you can smoke on it, but I've only used it for cooking steaks.
And that's where I first heard of it was Malcolm Reed from Killer Hogs. He was talking about the PK, and that's what he does because he can get it super hot, 800 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
Bang, bang, the steak's done. You turn in box and away you go.
Oh, yeah. If I showed you, I'm not going to show you now, but after the show, I'll show you a picture of when we were down in Jacksonville. We were doing a steak competition, and the picture of our PK grill when it's ready to put steaks on, it was like a work of art. It was beautiful. Oh, my, glowing, and it was awesome. But if you don't have a grill, how would you cook a steak? If you didn't have any means of grill, how would you cook a steak?
Cast iron
Cast
pan.
iron skillet.
Okay. What if you were outside?
Could still do cast
Okay.
iron over an open flame.
Okay. Have you ever thought about taking
I know where you're going with this.
taking a 12-inch, taking a pan like this, cutting some holes in it, put charcoal in it, lighting the charcoal on fire, getting it up to temp, get a chimney, dump the charcoal in it, poke the holes in the sides, not the bottom, just so you won't have the drippage, so you get the airflow, and then you put your grill grate right on top of that. There's your grill. And I've seen many people do it for steak competitions.
Really?
And some
Just
people,
on
yep,
Serving tray.
yep. I mean, look at Vic.
No, for nothing. If you're doing it, speaking of Vic, he
The Chimney
why are
Cartel.
you doing it? The Chimney Cartel.
Yeah, that was
He's just taking the chimney
and doing it.
and putting the steak on top of the
This
chimney.
was before
He's
the
not even
Chimney
flying with
Cartel.
that.
Yes,
He's not even flying with that. He's throwing it right on the
right
chimney.
on the chimney. Yeah, which is genius.
What the hell?
Yep.
One stop
But
shop.
that was pre-Chimney Cartel.
Pre-chimney.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But you were also telling me Weber has a museum.
I thought it was a museum. There was one of the Weber groups I'm in. I forget the gentleman's name. Anyway, his son lives over in Japan.
Yep.
And so he was over and visited him, and he stumbled upon the Weber Park. I think they call it Weber Barbecue Park.
Mm-hmm.
And by the sounds of it, he had taken all types of pictures. So that's why I originally thought it was a Weber museum over there, because it was the different grills, the different styles and everything. So doing a little research. You gonna just eat macaroni and cheese? Or
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you after research.
After research, I found out it's not a museum at all. It's actually a cooking school.
Oh, that's genius.
That the article I had read, I think, was published back in early 2018. So it was recently opened, and I don't think it's going to be opened forever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a certain amount of time.
Yep.
But you can go there, and they have chefs, trained chefs. And
Where is there?
where is where?
Where's the park? In
Where's
Japan.
the park? Very easy. Okay, I'll say it.
I'm just asking.
Odaba, Japan.
Odaba.
Which is an island in, I don't know what you want to
Japan.
call it. The Sea of Japan.
It's an
the
island
Bay
in
of Japan.
Japan.
Off the coast of Japan.
It's in Odaba. So
That's the name of the island?
correct. Yep.
Oh, my God. Odaba, Japan.
Yep. It's
Welcome back to the show.
It's overlooking the Rainbow Bridge in Odaba.
Okay, never been
Okay.
there. I'll take your word for
It's
it.
gorgeous.
Don't you two see that you're in love with each other?
Oh, I love it. Ed, that was
awesome.
great.
That's for Valentine.
He's been waiting for that one. He's been
Bonus.
waiting. Bonus sound drop.
But
nice.
it's keeping in mind that it's not just food. It's flavor, entertainment, and education.
Yeah.
And that's what those are their core factors of the park, which it's
there's a
just
little
like
rundown there
any
for you.
restaurant, any barbecue, any anything that has to do with food. It's not just the food and the flavor; it's the actual entertainment, the
Don't
and
mind
education, and being with friends and family.
me. I'll be over here if you need me.
No problem.
Hear that crunch?
Yeah.
There, boy.
Thank you.
Good mac and cheese, Mike. Good mac and
Yeah.
cheese for sure.
It's almost like craft.
No, it's not. No, it's not. How dare you? What's up, CJ?
Hi, CJ.
We're getting warmed up, brother.
We are.
Here's to you.
We're getting ready for Thursday. But
We're getting ready for the shots.
I'm going to take a sip of this, but it's not going to be. This isn't what it's going to be.
Yeah, that ain't going to be tomorrow night. Have the bottle ready, son.
I am. Gentleman's Jack is going to be right next to me, CJ.
Oh.
Yep. Gentleman John.
I'm thinking I'm going to rock the old Woodford Reserve.
Ah,
Break the good stuff out.
okay.
Special occasion.
Well,
Valentine's Day.
I was gonna, obviously have a couple beers, but then you were
You
like,
can have a couple of those too.
yeah, I know, but then that whole,
The whole what?
I don't want to say anything, but the whole button
CJ, I have something planned.
I'm not going to have a power
tomorrow,
hour,
brother.
So
I hope, CJ, I hope to get a good laugh out of you, brother.
yes, and
That's my intention.
And Ryan, so I don't know what you're talking about on the coals. A good thing, or dirty steak.
Dirty steak, throwing it right on the coals.
You know, yes. So if you use the aluminum pan or the chimney, you put a grate on top of it, and then you can cook the steak that way. But at the same time, you can. There's no problem with if you have a like an offset smoker, so you have a firebox, and if that thing's cranking, you can throw the steaks right in the coals.
Well, that's just like my Oklahoma Joe.
Because all you do is just wipe it off, and
The firebox itself comes with a set of 2 grates that you lay on top of the coals. So you could actually cook burgers, dogs, steaks while you're doing your long cook, ribs, brisket, butts, whatnot. While you're smoking your other proteins, you can throw on some stuff right there. And it's literally, just like you said, it's all those grates are only 2, maybe 3 inches tops over the tops of the coals in the firebox.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Oklahoma Joe.
Sometimes I'll what I've done is if I'm doing corn or if I'm doing like baked potatoes, and I have I use the 42-inch rotisserie charcoal grill. So if that thing's packed, then I'll throw the corn and the potatoes wrapped in tinfoil right on the bed of the coals. Let them cook that way. Done. You don't have to worry about them. Take them off. Beautiful.
Hands down, hands down.
Now, have you ever had a smoked burger?
Smoked burger? I have not, goddammit. And I've wanted to, because it seems so simple. I have not done the smoked burger, and I am dying to do the smoked meatloaf.
Smoked meatloaf is phenomenal. It takes the original meatloaf and brings it up like 5 notches.
It's like I'm trying to do the hard stuff, and I'm completely forgetting about the regular...
Easy stuff.
The easy stuff.
Hot dogs, smoked hot dogs,
Let me do a
hamburgers.
22-hour brisket instead of a 2-hour meatloaf.
Yeah. But, I mean, when I was doing an event one time, people came up to us and asked if we could cook them hamburgers and hot dogs. And I said, I have no problem with that, but I have stuff on the grill right now, so once the stuff comes off, I'll cook the stuff for you. Well, they kept coming up to me. Finally, I got so pissed off, and I'm like, you know what? You want your fucking hamburgers? So I just threw everything in the smoker, and I was just like, I shut the door, and I said, all right, I'll forget about it. After an hour, I opened the smoker, and took the hamburgers off, took the hot dogs off. They were some of the best hamburgers I've ever had in my life.
Yeah,
they were red,
that fat down.
They were juicy, and the hot dogs were amazing.
Because what's the average ratio of a burger? 80-20?
Yep.
Yeah, 85. Yeah.
So you're breaking down that fat content in it.
The only thing you have to worry about.
Gonna juice.
The only thing you have to worry about is when you cut inside to it, it's going to be red. But it's not red because it's not cooked. It's red because it's been smoked. So you just have to put that in your head. The
center actually becomes your smoke ring.
Because kids are walking around, there's bleeding burgers, and they're red. And I go, Jesus.
A thing of beauty.
They were the best burgers they ever had. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a quick rundown of the
smoked
history.
sausage is phenomenal. Especially beef sausage. Smoked beef sausage, yes. Because that's somewhat tough to find around here.
Okay. One of the comments when we were on a chat with somebody the other day, you had mentioned something about the steak and cheese sauce.
Oh, my nudge, yes.
Smoking those.
Yep.
Is there any difficulty with it of drying it out, or
no? If
it's stuffed.
If you're gonna take a sausage that's already been smoked, obviously, like an Italian sausage, steak and cheese sausage, or even like kielbasa or chorizo. Mm-hmm. All you're gonna do is just smoke it for like 45 minutes at I would do like 250, 275 for 45 minutes, and all you're doing is reheating it, but you're putting the smoked flavor back into it. Anything longer, then it starts to shrivel up and, it looks like an old lady.
Yeah. I'm not going there. Low-hanging fruit. Way too easy.
Bad apples.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, thank you, Ed.
Thanks, Ed.
That's it for this week, folks. Remember, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, Cooking with CJ.
The hot seat with CJ.
The hot seat.
Yep.
We're in the hot seat tomorrow. Should be a real good time.
Oh, that'd be a good time.
They got about there's a whole crew there in the chat room. We go back and forth all show long. They're great people, guys and gals.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Oh, son of a bitch.
What?
I
You have a
forgot.
gift?
I do have a gift, but guess what? I forgot it at the grocery store because I never went to fucking buy it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Happy birthday, big boy.
Thank you.
Blow out the fucking candle. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, 61
my birthday
years
was
old.
yesterday.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
But anyway, folks, yes, check us out tomorrow night on the hot seat, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific. It's going to go till God knows when.
Couple hours
It's going to go till it's over.
Yep.
And should be very interesting. It's a great time. It's a great show. We highly recommend it. Like to thank you all for joining us. Please.
And we have
Christ.
900 likes.
900 likes. Let's hit the 1,000.
We're going to do something special.
We're thinking of coming up with a couple giveaways.
Yep. Once we reach 1,000, we're going to do something special for that. So make sure you tell people.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Invite friends of yours you grill with.
Keep the smoke rolling.
You guys know where to find us. Hit us, pitlifebbq@gmail.com. iTunes, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Facebook. I already said YouTube. Stitcher. Anyway, you
have
can
a
find
good Valentine's Day.
I'm so excited about tomorrow. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Until next week.
Peace.
Keep the smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.